Once upon a time, in a quiet town called Ayetoro, there lived a woman known as Madame Sarah. Madame Sarah was admired by everyone. She was incredibly beautiful, always looking far younger than her real age. She was wealthy, elegant, and powerful. No matter how many years passed, her beauty never faded, at least, that was what people believed. She lived in Lagos but returned to Ayetoro every Christmas with 2 bodyguards, sharing gifts and money with the people of her hometown. Men respected her. Women admired her. Young girls saw her as a role model. Young men dreamed of being close to her. What no one knew was that Madame Sarah had a dark secret. Every Christmas, she would take 2 young girls from Ayetoro back to Lagos. She promised their parents education, skills, and a better future abroad, sometimes even America. She would give the parents money and gifts, and they would gladly agree. But the girls never returned. Their parents believed they were living their dreams overseas. In reality, they became sacrifices, used to maintain Madame Sarah's beauty and wealth. Then one year, something changed. Madame Sarah noticed her beauty beginning to fade. Her businesses started failing. Fear crept into her heart. One night, she secretly traveled to visit her native doctor. The native doctor looked at her and said, "Your wealth is leaving you because you have failed the gods." Terrified, Madame Sarah begged him to help her restore everything. The native doctor replied that there was only one way. Every month, she must sleep with 3 mad men, and regularly sacrifice a young girl to the gods. Desperate, Madame Sarah agreed. Back in Ayetoro lived a young girl named Beatrice. Beatrice had just finished secondary school and dreamed of attending university in a big city. But her parents could not afford it. She became sad, restless, and hopeless. One day, an idea entered her mind. Madame Sarah. She told her mother she had found a solution. When her mother asked how, Beatrice explained she wanted to contact Madame Sarah for help. Her mother immediately refused and warned her, "Be careful. No one knows the source of her wealth." But Beatrice felt her mother was holding her back. So, without telling anyone, she secretly contacted Madame Sarah by email. One faithful day, a reply came. Beatrice had been selected. Madame Sarah sent her an address in Lagos and promised to sponsor her education. Overjoyed, Beatrice wrote a letter for her parents, left it in the sitting room, and quietly left for Lagos before sunrise. When Beatrice arrived at Madame Sarah's mansion, she was shocked. The house was massive. Inside, she met 3 other girls her age. Madame Sarah told them she was preparing to send them to America and that their visas were already being processed. Beatrice couldn't contain her excitement. That night, something strange happened. Madame Sarah quietly entered one of the girls' rooms and asked her to follow her. She led the girl toward a room everyone had been warned never to enter, the secret room. Unknown to Madame Sarah, Beatrice saw everything. She hid and pretended not to notice. The next morning, one of the girls was missing. When another girl asked about her, Madame Sarah calmly said, "She traveled to America early this morning." Everyone believed her. But Beatrice did not. Later that day, when Madame Sarah left the house, Beatrice gathered her courage. Her heart pounding, she walked toward the forbidden door. Slowly, she turned the handle. She pushed the door open. And what Beatrice saw inside the secret room made her blood run cold.